So here are this week's latest sneaker news, and the main ones are from New Balance, I believe, and there seems to be quite a lot of New Balance sneakers announced coming up, especially in the sort of springtime. So the first one up for Air Max Day is the Air Max DN 8 and also just the regular DN, and both of these colorways I think are nice and kind of feel like they are one of those pieces of footwear that I think is quite similar to the Air Max 95 in terms of its colorway, and it's got that sort of vault color going on. And yeah, I think they both look nice. Still prefer the normal DN in terms of a silhouette versus a DN8. That's my personal opinion. And also on March, we also have announced the New Balance 992 Grey. This is a return from 2020, and I actually like the colorway of this, and I might try and pick these up. Just not sure I want to buy it at that price point, being sort of £220, which is a lot of money. And also in spring 2025, got the New Balance 9060 Grey Matters, and there's two different colorways. I think they're in time mainly for the Easter period, and both colorways look nice. I still prefer the blue pair. The 9060 is quite a comfortable silhouette on foot. I still prefer the other New Balance models such as the 1906R and the 990 V4 and even the 990 V6 over these, but they're still comfortable nonetheless. And also in spring, we've got a new Balance 1500, and this is in the tan colorway, which is going almost towards a pink colorway, or sort of salmon colorway, but it's one of those pieces of footwear that I think is nice in terms of its looks, but just not very comfortable on foot. And also in spring 2025, going to have another colorway of the Nimbus Cloud, and this is again for the New Balance 992, because this is one of those ones where this model is going to be pushed by New Balance quite a lot this year in 2025, and I do like this colorway as well. So this or the grey colorway I'm going to try and pick up. I think both look really nice, and I'm sure they'll probably sell out if the Joe Fresh goods were anything to go by. And also in spring 2025, we've got a black version of the 992 as well, which I'm not mad at either. It does look clean. It's not something that I would go for because I don't tend to wear sort of too much sort of black colorways. But overall, if you're after a black sneaker and you like 992s, then obviously this is perfect. And also in spring 2025, we've got have the 992 version of the black and grey as well. So this one is a nicer colorway. Kind of reminds me of the 990 V6 black and silver that came out a while back. And yeah, overall, again, nice looking silhouette as well. And also in spring 2025, got the New Balance 1000 metallic blue. This one I think is nice. I'm not a fan of this particular metallic look on this model. Some of the other models that colorways that I've sort of seen, I much prefer. I do like the kind of basic Armé Leon d'Or approach that they had for their triple colorway pack. And yeah, this one's still nice though. I do like the blue and silver, but the metallic hits. Probably, it's not something that I would like on this particular sneaker. I think it looks better when it's sort of simple. And also spring 2025, got the vault color of the Nike Pegasus Premium, and again I think it's piggybacking on the Air Max 95, having the 35th anniversary, and again looks really nice, really cool, especially if you're like going out running in these. And the Pegasus Premium is a comfortable sneaker, slightly a bit on the high stack foam side for me personally, but I do like what they've done with the 3 different technologies in there. And also in spring 2025, got the New Balance 1906R pack, and it's coming in several different pastel colorways. I'm kind of good on these, but I do think they look very nice, and if I was out for another pair of 1906Rs, I think the blue one would have caught my eye. But yeah, overall still very clean, and the 1906R, it's in my opinion one of the nicer models. And also in summer 2025, got the J-Tips Saucony Grid Jazz 9, and this is the I love you but I'm busy. I think out of the J-Tips silhouettes that we've seen so far with the Saucony, I actually prefer this one. I think this one looks the nicest, but I'm a bit sort of partial to anything sort of blue and silver on it. But this one seems to have sort of yellow. Kind of reminds me of an Adidas trainer as well at the same time. But yeah, it looks nice in my opinion, and not something that I'd be going for because I think it has to be something very special for me to go and grab a Saucony trainer. But still, I think out of the ones that are released with J-Tips, I think this is the nicest one. And also in summer 2025, got the Air Jordan 4 RM Motorsports. I actually really like these. I think they look really nice and really clean. I really like the colorway as well. It's quite simple. They've released a ton of Jordan 4 RMs in different colorways, but I think they should slow down. But I like the use of materials on this, and you have the Jordan running down the side as well in terms of font, and it's using, I think it's using the Motorsport font as well. So, but yeah, I think they're really nice in my opinion. And also on summer, is rumoured to have the drop of the Air Jordan 1 High 85 reverse shadow. I think this one will again be limited in numbers, and I've given it a 4 because I feel like it's not as nice as the breads that came out, and also the Royal pair, because they're both classics of OG colorways. But if you're after some sort of shadow color blocking, then this isn't a bad one to get. I'll probably skip out on these, but I know this particular one is a sample from back in 85, I believe, in terms of its colorway. And so yeah, I think it's nice. I probably will skip out on them, but maybe I think I'd probably wait for like a low shadow version to come out, I guess, in the 85 cut, or an actual shadow OG version to come out from the 85 cut. But this one's still nice. And also in fall 2025, we've got the AVAV Adidas Originals, and there's several different silhouettes in this. There's a Superstar, and I think there's also the Megaride as well, which has got some weird kind of twist to it, kind of like this almost sort of clog looking vibe going on. Almost, it's one of those ones where I'm not a fan of them personally, but I'm sure there's people out there who will gravitate towards this for being something different. So I do like the fact that they're trying something different, but I just think it's too out there for me personally. And also in fall 2025, got the Nike Air Flightposite Baroque Brown. This is quite a nice colorway, not as nice as the black one that came out, or the Green Goblin in my opinion, but still a solid colorway, and it's got that kind of sort of chocolate brown going on. But yeah, it's nice, but not like anything spectacular. And also in November 2025, it's the return of the Nike ACG Phassad. I think this one's a nice looking silhouette in my opinion, and it came out originally in 2002, and I kind of like that rugged look, especially if you're using it for a trail and hiking. And yeah, just a classic sort of look as well, from Nike and ACG, and very much sort of fits in line with sneakers that were released during that sort of time period. And also in 2025 at some point, we've got the New Balance 990 V6 in Avocado Natural Mint. It's quite a sort of funky colorway, and I don't mind it personally, but not something that I would grab, but I do like the colorway. I think it's quite unique actually, and we haven't seen something like this on the 990 V6 yet. And lastly, also to be confirmed, is the Adidas Harden Volume 9 Sun Devils. This is obviously worn by Harden himself, and I think the colorway looks nice and kind of really complements the silhouette in general. So yeah, I think it's a really cool piece of footwear, and I think the Adidas Volume 9s are kind of growing on me more and more, and yeah, still a cool looking silhouette as well.